You got the stuff, cuz Styrian Goldings, you know. Yeah, it's the going hot, you know. 4% fell for that shit. Get down with it, you got shit. You got the stuff, cuz Styrian Goldings, you know. Yeah, it's the going hot, you know. 4% fell for that shit. Get down with it, you got shit. You got the stuff, cuz Styrian.
Alright, got Styrian Goldings here. This batch is at 4% alpha acids. Last batch was at 3.7 that I had, and I've used this quite a bit in a lot of my stuff. I used a lot of this and a lot of Glacier. Trying to move on though. Trying to kick this Styrian Goldings, you know what I'm saying? So here we are. Nice light green. Well, I like the Glacier. A little more maybe alfalfa. A little more horse shit in there. A little planty. It's actually quite nice. Kind of got kind of a pungent stank to the back of it though. And this is an aroma hop. Which is a little bit hard for me to believe by smelling these pellets, but it does have kind of a nice floral, not floral, more like a plant, like a flower garden, but more so the foliage than the flowers. A little bit of a alfalfa type hay maybe type thing. Anyway, I'm gonna chew these up, and it takes about a minute for the bitterness and stuff and the full flavors to really kick in. So we'll just chill out.
You got the stuff, cuz Styrian Goldings, you know. Yeah, it's the going hot, you know. 4% fell for that shit. Get down with it, you got shit. You got the stuff, cuz Styrian Goldings, you know. Yeah, it's the going hot, you know. 4% fell for that shit. Get down with it, you got shit. You got the stuff, cuz Styrian Goldings, you know. Yeah, it's the going hot, you know. 4% fell for that shit. Get down with it, you got shit. You got the stuff, cuz Styrian Goldings, you know. Yeah, it's the going hot, you know. 4% fell for that shit. Get down with it, you got shit. You got the stuff, cuz
Okay, so it's not very bitter at all. It's a very green. I keep some in my mouth because it's. I'm scared it'll go away. They're really very planty. Starting to finally get a slightly bigger bitterness out of it. Very. I want to say it's like horse shit. Not that I eat horse shit or anything, but I've been around a lot of horse shit, and it's like kind of grassy, but kind of almost like fermented grass or something. There's a nice kind of a strange bitterness in the back, very slight, with floral in between, alfalfa, grass, floral, skunky bitter, and then just that lingering kind of bitter planty. And you come back to the hay, it's a lot like an alfalfa cube if you've ever had like regular rabbit food. It's much similar to that. Underneath beer, this would be really good, but on its own, it's tasting like hamster food. It really is. It's coming off a lot like that type of animal feed. Yeah, it's the middle of the flavor is really nice, where you kind of get that floral the transition from the grass to the floral to the bitter, right in that sweet spot's really good. And then around the edges, you're just kind of picking up kind of a hay type, like heavy alfalfa type flavor, and then kind of a stanky bitterness. That's kind of where the horse shit comes in. I think it'd be really good with a lot of beers. It is really good with a lot of beers. It's as an aroma hop. Throw in an ounce of this on top of a lot of your English styles, and the very like a flame out or something would probably be excellent. You might want to read up on that a little bit. I'm not the world's best brewer or anything, so yeah, read up on it. It's an aroma hop. You can probably dry hop. And the dry hopping, I guess, is you're better off to let your Kreuzen fall and dry hop after that. A lot of guys just, as soon as they're done, as soon as they got their beer in their fermenter and they pitch their yeast, they drop their hops in. Apparently that can really be detrimental to some of the flavors and stuff out of your hops. So you're better off to let the Kreuzen fall and then throw it in your primary for a week or two before you're ready to rack it and do it that way. I'm not sure, let's say you were to soak oak chips in whiskey or scotch, or scotch is whiskey or rum or whatever, or just oak. You might want to wait till after the primary as well, like after the Kreuzen has fallen, until it's kind of the yeast is not that active any longer. You may want to read up on that, but I know for sure hops, all the literature I've come across is saying don't throw them in too early. Wait till that Kreuzen falls and then do your dry hop. So if you've dry hop beers and you're not getting the results you want, and you've been throwing it in right off the bat with the major primary fermentation, maybe try and do that after. That's what I'm doing on this one. I got the Cascade, a couple ounces. I'll probably throw at least 1 ounce in, maybe more. I might throw all two. I'll probably do 2 in because I'm making a pretty extreme beer here. I'm trying to. Although the screw ups are I'm already lost some ABV, son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it should taste good anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I got a nice lingering like aftertaste though. This hop, I'm still tasting it, but almost very minor on the bitterness, like 4% alpha acids. I was actually expecting it to be a little more than this for the bitterness, but my tongue is kind of burning. It's a little bit numb. There is a little bit of bitterness to it. I like the finish of it better, in the aftertaste. I think this is probably I would assume would be a great hop for a nice prolonged aftertaste in your beer. Especially, like I say, if you throw it in a flame out or even dry hop your beer with it. I'm not an authority on that. I don't know if you really should dry hop with it, but I imagine it's a finishing hop, so I imagine it, like anytime later in your boil, like especially flame out, this would be excellent. I quite like it. I've used it quite a bit. I actually have thrown it in early in the boil, and nothing detrimental happened or anything. The beers are always good. But I do like the lingering aftertaste of this. It's very subtle. I also want to say a slight bit of citrus in the middle. That's like that floral's kind of transitioning. Now that I'm getting the full flavor, there is definitely citrus in the middle of this flavor. So next, I want to get some other hops. I don't know what I can get. Like, we basically have to get what they got in the freezer there, and that's why I ended up with what I ended up with all these times. Is I had a list. I'm gonna go personally and decipher. I'm gonna keep reading up on hops and come back with hops that I haven't tried before, mostly. And I wouldn't mind try some similar styles to the Goldings. Like I want to find Fuggles for sure, and actually taste it out so that I know for sure what these flavors are. That's why I'm doing this. I've had a Goldings quite a bit before. I kind of know what it tastes like, but I want to do Fuggles, and then I want to try some other ones. I'd like to try Citra if I can get my hands on it. That's going to be what I'm going for. A few other ones. I'm not really big into the Pilsner hops, but I might if they have them in Ziplocs or something. I might see if they'll let me try one. But I'm typically a hater on a lot of Pilsner hops, and there's some that I like. Like I like Pilsner or Callus a bit earthy, but a lot of the ones that are kind of got that weird Pilsner hop in them, if you know what I mean, like Saz, and then you got the Mittelfrüh and all these strange Pilsner hops that kind of taste all the same to me. Real thistly, bitter, weird, vacant, planty things. I don't know. I don't know if I have a use for that yet. I might get into that if they have someone that's cheap. I'll get some maybe one time, like every once in a while. But I'm pretty sure I don't like them from what I've drank in the beer already. But definitely want to check out some other English hops, so I'm going to do a bit of research. I'm probably going to call ahead and check out what they got, and then do some more research from there before I go up and pick up my payload there. But yeah, it's a very nice mild hop, the Styrian Goldings. What the difference is between Styrian Goldings and Goldings, I'm not 100% sure. But this is what we always get. Every time I go up or send my brother up for these hops, I always end up with Styrian Goldings all the time. So it must be hopefully good. Hopefully not everyone's pawning off their shit hops on us. You know what I'm saying? No, but it's a good hop. I don't dislike this at all. In fact, it's on all the websites. If you go to your information, let's say Brewer's Friend or whatever, these other sites like Beersmith and stuff, or other sites, if you type in hops and you're trying to do research on them, Styrian Goldings is always on the list. So they must be pretty good. I just want to get new hops next time, so stay tuned for that and all the beer reviews and the all grain brewing. Crude all grain brewing with the crudest all grain brewer of all times, possibly. Beerzerker. Blend your shit in a fucking lawnmower. Beerzerker!